What's up, bro? You're probably clicking on this video because you're struggling to see consistent results in your trading. You're probably seeing massive drawdowns and you're probably seeing little to no results. I know that because I've been there. A couple months ago, I was in that same position that you're in, losing $5,000 on the day, being on my fourth losing trade this week, seeing no consistent results, just overall having hopelessness towards the future of my trading. And so I'm making this video so that you don't have to learn the hard way. I'm making this video to teach you that your setup is not the issue, your risk to reward is not the issue, it's your psychology. It's the way that you're thinking about trading. That's your issue. And so without further ado, let's get into it. There are three main ideas that you have to understand when trying to become a profitable trader. The first one is that anything can happen. If you look at all these successful traders, and they're going about their days, going to the gym, going to business meetings, just doing whatever they do throughout their day, they understand that there is an infinite amount of possibilities for what can happen. They could wake up and their grandma could die and their whole day would be screwed. Or they could wake up and be up $100,000 on all their positions and be super happy for the rest of the day, right? All these possibilities are going to happen at some point. All these possibilities have a certain percentage chance of happening. We don't know what that chance is. All we know is that anything can happen. And so the same applies to trading. Whenever you open the charts in the morning and you're looking through the candles and you see your setup show up and you enter on NASDAQ or S&P 500 or whatever you trade, you have to understand that anything can happen. The market can either go up 1,000 points, it could go down 1,000 points, or it could just go sideways for the whole day. You don't know what's going to happen. So stop going into the market thinking that you're going to make $5,000 on the day. Stop thinking that next month is going to be a super profitable month and you're going to make $50,000. Stop thinking that way. The only thing you can expect is your win rate because you've backtested it over a long amount of time. And this leads me into the second point, is that the best traders, they think in the higher time frame. They don't think in terms of daily losses or even weekly losses. They think, okay, my win rate is 80%. My normal trade is a 1 to 2 risk to reward. Over a year, I should be making this amount of money. Over a year, I should be seeing profits, right? So every time you take a loss, stop thinking, that's it, this setup doesn't work, my strategy doesn't work, I'm going to lose all my money. Stop thinking that way. Because trust me, you could take 5 losses in a row, and then your next 10 trades, they could all be winners, and you could be making money on the month. So you need to think in the higher time frame. Stop thinking today is it. Stop thinking this week is it. Stop even thinking this month is it. There is more that is going to come in trading. There is an uneven distribution between your wins and your losses. And over time, you should be winning. Okay? Now, the third and final point that is common between all traders is that they don't try too hard. And this is going to sound very counterintuitive and it's going to sound very dumb, but the best traders aren't trying. The best traders understand that the harder they try, the less money they're going to make. The reason for this is that if you're trying super hard to make this amount of money on the month, you're going to force trades, you're going to take trades that don't need to be taken, and you're going to be over risking, right? If you're trying that hard and you're thinking about all these probabilities and you're thinking about all these things that can happen, it's also going to force you to think about the fearful things that can happen, the bad things that can happen. It's also going to make you think, okay, I'm going to take this trade. I have the potential to make $30,000, but what if I lose $10,000? And if you're thinking that way and you're thinking super hard about everything all the time, it's going to impact your ability to make a decision whenever the time actually presents itself. If you're always thinking ahead of the time or what you did in the past and you're always not in the present moment, then whenever the present moment shows up to make an opportunity, whenever that opportunity shows up to press the buy or the sell button, you're going to be stuck in the past or the future and you're not going to be able to act. So the best traders, they don't overthink, they try as little as possible, they focus on quality over quantity, and they understand that over time they are going to win because their setup puts the probability in their favor, right? So stop overthinking your trades. Stop trying too hard. Stop over risking, stop doing all these things, and you're going to see an improvement in your trading. Now, the moment that you start realizing that anything can happen, over time I am going to win, and the less I think about something, the easier it will be for me to make a decision. If you can understand those three things, I promise you, you're going to see an increase in your trading. I went from losing $5,000 on the month to being up thousands and thousands on the month. If you can understand those three things, I promise you it will create a change in your trading. And it's not going to be easy to develop these three beliefs. It's going to take time, and you're going to have to try again and again and again. But once you finally do start believing in these beliefs and understanding deep down in your heart that these are real things and that if I think this way, I will make more money, that is the moment that you're going to start seeing payouts, and that is the same moment that you're going to start seeing consistency in your trading. So if you guys like this video, leave me some constructive criticism in the comments. If you have any questions about trading or anything that you're worried about or wondering about, leave a comment about that. And I'll see you guys next week.